Get ready. Welcome back to another video where today we're going to share our top 6 tips for Chessington World of Adventures. Before we get into the video, we would ask you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and smash the like button if you enjoy the content. With that being said, let's jump into the video. Chessington World of Adventures is one of the top theme parks in the UK. The Merlin-owned park was one of the first theme parks in the UK upon its opening in 1987. However, before operating as a theme park, Chessington World of Adventures acted as a standalone zoo, opening way back in 1931. Technically, this means that Chessington is one of the oldest parks in the UK. With that being said, the park has now hugely expanded and now comprises of a theme park, zoo and aquarium. Anyway, sit back, enjoy and get ready. Number 6. Pick up a map at the entrance. Although this may seem like an obvious one, we wanted to stress its importance for a couple of reasons. Firstly, if you haven't been or guessed already from the intro, Chessington World of Adventures is a really big park. Covering over 128 acres, the park has around 40 attractions and shows, a zoo containing 1,000 animals, and a sea life aquarium. As a result, a map of the park is essential for helping you to make a plan and ensure you don't miss out on any attractions or parts of the park that may interest you. As well as this, the maps will also contain all of the park show times, which is important to know as some shows may only run at very specific times throughout the day. Number 5. Bring your own food and water bottles. Potentially one of the most important tips for Chessington World of Adventures is that the park allows guests to bring in their own food. As well as this, free water is also available at different stations dotted around the area. It's no secret that theme parks are expensive when it comes to dining, especially if you have small children. Chessington World of Adventures definitely brands itself as a family park, so it's nice to see that they allow this, whereas other parks just wouldn't. One thing to remember though, if you are looking to avail of the free water, it's important that you do bring your own water bottle, because this will not be provided. Number 4. Book your tickets online. For some viewers you might be thinking, how else would we book our tickets? If this is you, then we're most likely in the same boat. To us it seemed absurd that in the year 2021, some guests would still buy their tickets from the park's ticket booth on the day they visit. Now, it has to be said that in some cases, the reason for not purchasing tickets in advance online could be down to not having access to the internet, and that's fair enough. However, purchasing your tickets online is beneficial for a couple of reasons. Firstly, tickets purchased online will be cheaper than those purchased at the park's ticket booth. Secondly, on busy days, the ticket booth may have a long queue. This means having to wait to get into the park, which can then have an impact on what you actually have time to do in the park on the day you visit. Number 3. Do the big rides first or last. For avid theme park fans, you may have heard the term rope drop. Essentially, rope dropping a park means being there before open, allowing you to be one of the first to enter. The benefit of this is that you beat the crowds and can get on some of the bigger attractions without the huge wait times. This is a tactic widely used by theme park guests all over the world and can really make your day a lot more efficient if done right. In short, we would definitely say this is one of the most important tips for Chessington to take note of. As a result of the park's popularity, some of the bigger rides such as Dragon's Fury or Gruffalo River Ride Adventure will generally have long wait times for most of the day, especially if the park is full. With that being said, rather than waiting in line during the busy period of the day, we would recommend either rope dropping the park and doing these attractions first before the crowds get in, or wait until the very end of the day when the park is emptied out a little. Overall, this will allow you to spend more time doing other attractions while still getting on some of the bigger and main attractions in the park. Number 2. Be aware of the rainy day guarantee. For viewers who aren't from the UK, this may sound a little funny. However, due to the climate in the UK being so unpredictable, which inevitably leads to frequent rainfall, Chessington and other parks have introduced the rainy day guarantee. In a nutshell, if it rains consistently for over 1 hour during your visit, you are entitled to a free ticket to enjoy another day at the park. In our opinion, this is a really great initiative and one that guests could also take advantage of. Although the rain can hamper your day, one thing to consider if you do visit the park on a day where the weather isn't great is that you can probably expect shorter wait times, and also it could mean a free ticket for another day at the park. So maybe visiting Chessington on a rainy day isn't such a bad idea, but we'll leave that one up to you. Number 1. Don't attempt to do it all in one day. Our final and frankly the most important of all our tips for Chessington is to not try do the whole park in one day. You might remember we mentioned a couple of times in this video that Chessington is a huge park. The fact it also has a zoo and aquarium means that it's pretty much impossible to do everything in one day, even if you get to the park before it opens and stay right up until close. Our advice here would be to decide on what specific things you want to do during a certain day and actually take your time and enjoy doing these things. If possible, we would always say that if you can do 2 days at the park back to back, then this is ideal, as it means you can most likely get everything done within this time frame. One of the biggest gripes we hear from people going to Chessington is that the park was busy, so they didn't get to do everything they wanted. As we see it though, these are the wrong expectations to have. In order to really enjoy your day, you need to plan effectively and prioritize the things you really want to do versus those that you might like to do. Ensuring that you at least get the things you really want to do done, as well as setting yourself the right expectations, means you should avoid any disappointment at the end of the day. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out our Chessington Hidden Gems video on screen now. Let us know in the comments below if you have any more tips for Chessington, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already.